Excuse me, bro. Can I ask you a quick question?
No, what's that?
Would you be down for a podcast right now?
Oh man, I could do it real quick for you, man. I can knock one out with you.
Hey guys, welcome to Off Fire, No Fluff. We met Van Dennis today, an absolute wizard at his craft. Bro, Van.
Perfecto, thank you. Yes, man.
If you wanted to explain a little bit about yourself.
Man, where do I start? You know, it's always a question that it's like, I'm an entrepreneur. Guess we call it a serial entrepreneur. I don't know if that's like,
totally.
But I have passion for what I do, man. I've been in the same field industry for about 11 years now. Ex-athlete, used to play football. That was my thing. That was a whole crash course, and that happened. I ended up injuring my shoulder. That made me kind of have to go full into entrepreneurship. Also, just my family dynamic. You know, mom passing away at 17. That was my parent I grew up with, single parent home. So I had to be independent in a sense, and entrepreneurship just goes hand in hand with that a little bit. Having to figure stuff out, having to solve problems, solutions, and when you get into that mindset, you have to constantly keep solving problems, find solutions, even monetize it. That way for cash flow, because you need cash flow to breathe, and to get other stuff going. But I just was able to, I was blessed and thankful, that I was able to find the avenues of stuff that I love to do. I love to be involved in business operations and marketing and scaling and the sales side. So that was a calling for me in a sense, I felt because I love that process of creative and marketing and the digital, and again the direct to consumer, and again that whole funnel and flow. That's something I love to do, and it drives me. Wakes me up every morning. It's one of the many reasons why I wake up every morning. But I'm also thankful too.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Amen. All right. So you like to build. You have the energy.
Dude,
let me ask you, bro, because I could feel that. I could feel that change, that shift. You found something. What was that thing where that moment when you said, this is it?
So I had that moment. This is a moment when I was a kid with football. I first started playing soccer. I was a very athletic kid. Football was that. That was this is it thing for me, where I was I want to be a professional football player. I was that's it. Found what I want to do. Obviously, as I got older and stuff like that, I was definitely working towards that, and I was going that route. But then injuries and this, life stuff happened. So it didn't work out in my favor. Went through depression with that, because I was the thing that I thought I was gonna do ended up being the thing, and I knew how to hang up the cleats, as they call it, right? And then I found that I got that that second wind of that thing with business, because I was how I wanted to football was for me was also an ego thing. I was I wanted that to be what I was doing. Business now is also an ego thing too. It's I want to be respected for this. I want to be known for this. So it's that is how am I making my money? How am I doing? I want it to be something that I respected, and that's why I also found in business that it kind of thrives and makes you feel satisfied and fulfillment, and yeah.
So you always had high goals.
I was always super goal driven, and some people want to believe in the whole Capricorn stuff and zodiac signs. I'm very Capricorn, so me and Jeff Bezos share the same birthday literally, but it's just I do have that I'm very ambitious. I've always been that since a kid, very ambitious, very a hardworking type person, work ethic as well. That was installed in me by my mom, so because she was a grinder herself. So yeah, man, it definitely always been there. It's not a fake thing or whatever. Even the place we're at right now, they see me in here constantly working. They always be "Then you always working like that." I was well, I'm working on stuff I actually like to do, some parts of it, some things in the business you don't like to do. They're tedious, but I still knowing that I'm taking that left foot and right foot one step at a time towards the ultimate goal. So
okay,
yeah.
So even in the things that we love to do,
yeah,
there's always those little bits and pieces of things that we don't like to do.
Oh yeah.
How did you get over the discipline of I got to get through this to have that outcome that I want?
Honestly, it's always difficult. I don't think that ever goes away. That's always a thing that you're gonna always struggle with. That doesn't go away. You just have to make a way. Your why has to be big enough, because a lot of days suck. There's some days suck. Last week for me sucked. But I still was trying to work out every morning. Still trying to still had to make those phone calls. Still had to get down and build out campaigns or edit things or have tough conversations with clients, because someone could be unhappy, some could be really happy, you're starting a new relationship that's exciting, it's in the honeymoon phase, and then one relationship might not be going the best. Like, those are like real things that happen in business that a lot of people kind of like don't talk about. But then the wins, it makes the wins amazing, but there's a lot of hard times in it. It's not like you're working for someone else in a sense. So you're always kind of working, kind of always on. Makes relationships very hard, you know. That's always the hard part too, because no one ever understands. Even if they say they understand for a little bit, at some point it becomes a problem. So I just think that somebody just have to constantly stay as consistent. Just try to be consistent with everything, you know. Even like this new brand I'm launching, Raw Dose, like a lot of our back and like we're being authentic and raw about like this journey, and like it's like we know we have to put in and figure out so much different things that are gonna be new. So me and my partner talk about things like we're gonna have manufacturer issues and stuff that we know is gonna come. Our scaling issues are gonna come, like competitors coming, it's this and that. It's like all these problems are gonna come, but they're like these are problems that make us grow and they make you stronger, you know. So yeah, it's something that you just have to kind of accept that this is like gonna be a thing, but and enjoy the process. Kind of help you like stay at peace and like, you know, happy with what you're doing. Yeah.
Wow, bro. That's leadership. That's coach mentality, bro.
Yeah, man.
Did you always have that? Did you I mean, you shout out to your moms for putting that, instilling it. And did you?
Do you know? Because of the way my mom raised me, I was like I went through phases, right? Like I was like a bad little kid, like very very bad. Like I was a whole different person. Like I was passionate about the wrong things, you know?
Sure, yeah.
So like this passion and drive I have for what I do now and all that, well, imagine that passion being for bad things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so like that wasn't, you know, that kid, God knows, that kid would either be dead or, you know, but my mom putting me in football, so that really did change my life. And like I had that like when like everything clicked for me then, like where my whole demeanor and thoughts, the way I processed, how I wanted to be looked at, viewed, all changed like from that.
Wow.
Yeah, sports was a big impact for me.
It really does seem like football planted that seed, that discipline, that you have the ability to change you.
Yeah, it was like I feel like that's for me. It's like my dopamine hit. It's like a high, like that fulfillment of like working hard and then succeeding after like putting the work in and the process, all that. That's like I definitely get like a high off of that, you know. And so I'm glad that, and I'm glad I made myself take that as like the high and be my fulfillment. That way it's like leading me always in a better place, not like something else, right? So like even living here in Miami, like I don't drink. It's like rare if I ever have a drink. It's like super rare. Like even people that know me are probably looking like, well, this must be, you know, like I just really don't care to drink. So I normally don't drink at all. I'm not like a party type person. I really only go out just for like my friends that they want to network. The only time I'm gonna have to even talk to this person, because they're working all day on their thing, is to actually go out and actually meet them, try to break the ice and open up that relationship. But I don't have no fulfillment in that. I have more fulfillment actually just relaxing. I can smoke my hookah, relaxing, you know, peaceful, be at the beach or something like that, just chill. But like that's what drives me, and it's not for everybody. You know, some people kind of think it's weird when they're like, why are you working all day? You know, like you going on your journey building this out, people are gonna probably be like, why keep doing this? You know, but you know why you're gonna keep doing this. You know what this is gonna turn into. You know, like it's your fulfillment. This is gonna be bigger than what you sometimes even think it's gonna be. As long as you're only gonna fail if you quit and if you stop. You know, like. But I can see I can see this growing to something like big, as long as you don't stop and you actually like, you know, put that work in. We live in a time right now, man, you just have to outwork everybody, you know? Let everyone be lazy. Like, I sometimes like would talk to my friends, like, damn, like people seem lazy or they're like taking all these shortcuts, etc. Like, let them do that. They're not gonna be around for long. Like, let them, you know, you don't want, like I have a business partner, really one of my best friends, Daniel. I was like, I don't want a lot of Daniels as competition. You know, I don't want another me as competition. That I know it's gonna like take that, you know, like be like all in for real and like serious. And that's what brand we're launching. It's like one of our like slogans. You know, it's like, you know, the work you put in all day, every day. You know, like, but you know, it's just we live in that time where it's like let people be distracted. Don't, you know, and you stay focused and you execute and you take those ups and downs, the failures and the wins, and you keep building, and growing, and being open to it. You know, like.
That's really everybody. Nobody working, bro. Everybody just chill. Everyone's too chill. Everyone's lax, thinking that time is just something to waste. Like, and you building.
Yeah.
And you've been building. Well, congratulations, bro, on everything thus far.
Definitely nowhere near where it's not even close. But what fulfills me is I'm doing what I need to do to get to where I want to be. So that's where I take the like like the okay, like all right, like I did what I needed to do today. I'm doing these things. I'm not holding myself back or distracting myself with things. Like.
You're a doer, bro, straight up. So give me the words, the thought that comes into your mind when you're laying in bed and you're scrolling, bro, and you're like, oh man, I gotta get up, but just one more scroll. Why? Well, how do you get up?
I'll say this morning, like there's days I wake up super early, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I kind of go based off whatever I need to do for that day. So if I need to sleep in, I'll sleep in, I try to make sure all my meetings are pushed back so I can like get what I need to get done in the morning, but there's no like direct real routine for someone. It's like you make your routine should be whatever is routine for you that makes sense for you, that works in your life that you need to get done. It's like there's no like perfect thing to follow, because that's a lot of people like kind of try to give everyone like their routine. It's all customized to you for real. Like it's like like it's like we're all individually different, so you have to find what really works for you, and your why also ties into what's gonna get you up out of bed or something,
Man, bro, this is it's all making sense to me, man. Like I'm feeling every single word. So let's say there was a group of 20-year-olds in front of us, bro, and they wanted to start off in marketing. They wanted that to be the win. What words would you have for them?
I'd like you're at a buffet and taste everything. That way you can see what you really like, see what you're interested in, like that's like one of the best things I like, because you won't really know. Like when I started playing football when I was injured, I had to survive. I had to go work every job that I could possibly get. So I worked at a warehouse, I worked at Pizza Hut. At the Pizza Hut I was at, they were like a diner Pizza Hut, so they had like delivery driving. We had people that would sit down and dine in or take out. I worked everything in there just to get more hours. So the cashier, I started making pizzas and shit. Like I did everything just to try to make money, but I was just tasting everything and I was just working. I just had the hunger and I was like, I can't, instead of just going out parties like that, I can't do that. Like my other friends they have their parents, they can live at home. I had to work, so I was like taking everyone's shifts. Like if someone wanted to go out and party, I was like, you want to go out Friday night? I'll take a shift for you, man. No worries. Wow. Like I was always catching those easily all the time, to get some type of money just to be able to survive. But as a 20-year-old, like you gotta just taste everything. Go look up to people that try to work in the industry that you want to be in or that you want to own one day or something, and get your feet wet, like in anything, that's like one of the best things to do. Obviously sales is like a great place to be, because you got to learn, you always have to sell yourself, always. You're selling yourself to get a client, to get a new deal for an investor, to get the girl you want or guy, like you always have to learn to sell. So sales is always a great start, and it helps you actually be able to open up and actually be able to solve issues, solve conversations, negotiate, etc. Like sales is always a great place. I feel like I don't even know how in college they should add like sales class as a thing, because that's like persuasion psychology, stuff like that you need to know and understand, and that comes through practice, but that's one of the best things to say.
They should need to add that. There is no sales class. There is no no master.
They got psychology, but maybe certain schools obviously go into different, they have different like focus points of the psychology, but it's definitely one of the biggest things that you're going to be using for the rest of your life,
What is it about marketing that you fell in love with, bro?
I love the whole business operations of it, and like that whole creative journey of getting like someone to buy your shit, no matter what that is, whether it's a physical product or service, and connecting that dot with like that customer, like the ideal customer for this product, and working on that's like almost like different science projects, in this time, right? Like it could be like a SaaS company that's selling like a service, like B2B type thing, or it could be D2C, like direct to consumer, a physical product. It's like, how do we create this visual thing that sells this product and connects with the customer to the product that they actually really want and solves their problem, and make that dot, make that like, how can we make that the most smoothest transition flow, and you get to test different things. It's a whole process. There's so many different things, and that's what makes it fun, like, and it's fun when it's obviously doing really well and hitting, but it's just, and then you learn so much from that too, man. Just like over the years, like doing like you learn so much in that process of like what gets people to buy. Also, you see how what gets people to buy keeps changing as the world moves forward on certain stuff, So, just like for example, you're seeing a lot of like businesses starting to add like live ad promotions and stuff, Like it's like on TikTok Live, they're like selling a product instead of just like an ad, like they're seeing live now. That's the rankings are going up. We're seeing numbers, seeing those numbers change on different platforms, different dynamics, different geographically different areas. It's like you keep learning, seeing so much, and that's what keeps it exciting. It's like never boring.
Always changing.
Always changing.
Always gotta stay on your toes and stay ahead of it. Wow.
How big podcasts are now, right? Podcasts weren't big like that years ago. Like now it's like it's a big platform now. People are able to learn more, get deeper conversations, go into things. You almost like I moved to Florida damn near because of Joe Rogan, Pat Chashby David. I was like during the pandemic, I was like paying very attention close to like what they were thinking, what they were doing, analyzing multiple different people, and be like, all right, these guys are moving. I think probably should move too. It'd probably make more sense to get out of California and go to Florida for business as well. Also, I knew that a lot of other business owners and creators, influencers I knew were also moving there too. So it's like, yeah, why not do this now? Because I probably would have never left California, if I didn't,
Wow, bro. So you carry the mindset as a marketer of testing everything and finding what's right for you in other areas of your life.
Yeah. And the thing is too is like, and I know the thing is too is like I know I'm not the best marketer. I also don't do a lot of things that I should be doing, like social media wise, that I know actually works. Like I have my client do a lot of things that works, but I just have my viewpoint how I want to be looked at. I don't do everything. Like say if I want to been in the space for 11 years, should be selling a marketing course, mentorship, stuff like that. I don't do that, guys, because I have to actually like feel and genuinely want to do that for me to do that. And I scale a lot of other people's offers and stuff up, but I'm not trying to like be looked at as like a course creator type person like that. I'm like, I do like the marketing angle that I'm at, because I could be in so many different things at once. So I don't want to be tied down to like one thing when I really want to be involved in all these different things and be looked at as that. So that's something I've been trying to navigate, to make sure I navigate this like the most authentic way, where it's just like, I don't want people to like every time I see my posts just think that, oh, I'm just trying to sell you something, So that's where I've tried to kind of keep that gap.
It feels that way. Yeah. I was looking through your feed, and I didn't felt like I was getting sold at all. I was really just, it was all
even though I still like, you still want to get business, like I'm not really just trying there to hang out or I only try to even look cool, like I purposely don't even show a lot of stuff that I be doing, like because that's just I'm not trying to impress or like use that as like, but for other people that definitely works. Like the lifestyle stuff for sales is a big indicator. A lot of times some people don't even know what I do, and so I have to like kind of remind every day. So my page isn't the best example because I'm not doing certain things, but I know exactly what to really do and like actually how to like hack culture and market with it. But I just don't do it personally for myself because it's just not the image I want to give off and stuff, But,
yeah. Nah, it seems like you mastered it. Like you're doing it right. But let me ask you: is there a course coming eventually?
I mean, I would definitely at some point probably do one. I just don't know when, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just like it's not something that's just trying to rush. I'm really trying to like build different businesses and brands as a CEO, and like I want to definitely document that journey, like that raw, authentic journey, like the ups and downs, the struggles, the wins, stuff like that. That's like more so what I'm going after.
Yeah.
Like, there's like the CEO of Raw, like I love his stuff. It's this guy, it's a huge company, millions are crushing it, they're selling out, they're like one of the most SKUs in Targets and Walmart and Sam's Club, and he's like a raw, real entrepreneur, and I like that's something I admire and respect. So like that's the type of people that I'm probably going to be more so tailored towards, like the other me's that are up and coming up to like that next empire, and so that's how I kind of play it and see it.
A guru in the marketing business. So we made 500. We got 500 million. That has come through you to your clients.
Yeah. So that number's even more. So that's not the numbers that I made. That's how much all the different clients I've had, how much I generated in ads for different businesses. That number's up probably up to the billions, because like I had few clients like exited the past like few years. So. If you want to count that, that'll actually be an interesting thing to actually title, like I help people exit. That's like a crazy bio, like that's like a money making thing. That's just come off the dome, just thinking that right now. But
I help people exit.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. That's like this little statement,
That's fire.
That'd be like, if you saw it on someone's profile, you'd be like, what?
What you mean?
Like I help people sell their business for millions.
Yo,
that's kind of fire, right? We kind of just came with something on the spot.
Like,
like
once that get updated.
But there's a.
So how would you change? Actually, okay. So how do you advertise without manipulating? Because you have to reach the emotions of...
You kind of have to manipulate the system. If you really want to win, you have to manipulate, right? Like everything, there's always a method to the madness. I always tell people, like, everything that you're seeing, there's a reason why they're posting, right? We could use a girl, for example, like, or a guy, a girl posting a picture with her butt angled to the back. There's reasons for that post, right? Why did she post that? A client, a business, it could be a physical product, consumer goods, beauty product, etc. They're showing what the benefit of the product is. Why are they posting that? They want there's an end goal. There's a method to the madness. Like they want to get the customer to see the product, like it, get some information to buy. See things to buy. Like, people want to be seen. Advertising is like all around us. People are advertising when they don't even know it all the time. Something. It could be you going out with your friends at a comedy club or something, or just doing anything. You're advertising something. Like whether it's selling or not. It's like a non-stop thing. It's something I always pick up on all the time,
Interesting. You really are, bro. Everywhere you look at, someone's trying to sell you on something.
It could just be, hey, I'm just trying to sell you on. I'm just having a good time here, hanging out with my family. I'm just, it could be. It's like everything. It's like an everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Is that why attention is so valuable?
That's why it's super valuable. That's why people even build companies, just that data. Those data points to build off the data to then use that to obviously sell more advertising, or to have control in the market. The more attention and data you have, it's a huge value asset. It's like real currency. And it can be monetized. And so that's like what every big business thinks of. People want to get on Joe Rogan's podcast, not just to talk to Joe Rogan because they're a fan of Joe Rogan. They know that's going to get them a lot of attention. It's going to help them. It's a statement. It's like it's just we go into a deep dive about all that, but yeah, it's like attention, advertising, marketing, like that is everywhere, literally, every day, all day.
So coming from a marketer's perspective, when you see these 50,000 ideas come into your mind every day, what kind of attention do you give it? Is it like I see what you're trying to do? No, or is it like how would I make that better? I'm always
studying, and I love looking at everyone's content. I love looking at every different ad I see. I can't not look at nothing at this point and not think. I start thinking about like that's dope. Oh, that was really creative. I liked how they did that. I wonder how that's working for them. I never have like a negative. You hear people when they're watching YouTube and then the ad come on, they're like, oh, I hate the ad. I watch all the ads.
Yeah,
I'm not the person that's like, of course, if I'm watching them, I'm gonna skip it here and there. But a lot of times I'm like, all right, I want to see how their hook started, how they closed in, what was their call to action, how long was their ad, what were they showing in the ad. I like to look at all those things.
Yeah. It's almost
it's free insight. You're seeing stuff that actually works. You're seeing you're seeing the gems, the gold. It's you're seeing someone's running. If you see an ad, that means someone's spending money on that ad. So you want to take that serious. You don't want to it's something to learn from instead of to be like, oh, I don't want to see it. To learn, it's like free game. You're really seeing an ad that works right in front of you.
A finished product that somebody put their time and effort and a ton of attention to try and get you to do something, and you may have just clicked skip.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't look at it like that. When even short on social media ads you see, that ad's probably bringing that company millions of dollars, but some people just don't even this goes over their head. Don't think about it like that.
Man. Now, those millions of dollars, is it okay? This is almost a childish question, but it's basic way I could put it. Those millions of dollars, are they, as long as the ad is good, are those millions of dollars, you always get a return on it?
You always get it. So there's the thing too, when it comes to ads, that's something that I tell clients, you always get a return whether, because either you're gonna get, there's multiple returns that you get from this. Obviously, it's like profit margin, like money you get return wise, or you get learning data points that you're learning from to know, oh, maybe this doesn't work. The customers are not really buying from this type of ad. Now we could change it. So we're always winning. So all the times you have to change clients' like mindset and stuff. It's like, okay, like we know that didn't work, good. So now we know we could change this and do a different type of creative, try another ad. So you're always learning. So sometimes people take it as a loss or thinking about it wrong most of the time. Yeah, it might have been like not. We put money in it, didn't probably get anything back that we should have. Now we know to change it to something else, you know, and test, you know, like
data points.
Yeah.
So data points are just as valuable almost as.
To learn from those data points, you know, like if you have the right perspective, you know, like learning lessons right there out the gate.
Can you sway masses by data points? Little by little, inch by inch, learning more and more.
Yep. and then change up your whole, like, you know, helps you change up and you re-strategize, reverse engineer things that you need to, and then relaunch, you know.
Bro, this is like, what's crazy is, just as you said, the end result of all of this money, time, and attention is put in the faces of the masses. They don't even realize that's what it is.
Yeah.
And they just click skip. And then when they see another ad, it's like, oh, cool, you know, yeah, let me just see what these shorts look like. Hey, cool.
Yeah.
And little do they know.
And that's in everything too. Like that's in business. That's in content creators. Look at streamers. Right? Think about like, and also too, like from media, people. That's how most people see to want to do what they want to do. I would have really never even known about playing football if I didn't. If that one day my mom and her friend, my mom's like, you know, she's a British Jamaican lady, you know, immigrant in America. She doesn't know nothing about American football, but she had an American friend, coworker, who came over and the husband wanted to watch the Super Bowl, and I didn't really know, and I watched that and I was like, oh, what is that? That looks fun. Like, I want to play that thing, you know? That's how kids now seeing streamers. They don't know what they're not teaching that. They're not pushing streaming as a career, but now kids want to be streamers because of their thing on social media. So it's like things are being marketed all different type of ways, right? Podcasts, podcasts are a huge thing. It's one of the dopest things. I only watch podcasts really. I watch TV shows rarely here and there. I watch podcasts like every other day, or every day. Like I love hearing interviews, love hearing people's mind, and then break down something from their perspective, their point of view. That's why that's blown up so much too, you know? Like, yeah.
Oh, this is wild. This is wild. Yeah. So, with data points, what's the most surprising thing you've learned about the human behavior with data?
There's so many things. I'll say one thing that I won't say it surprised me. It's just always so that it is a very following society. So even like how social media like has like followers and following, the world does really operate off that. Does really operate off of community. There's a community for everything, right? And there's like, it let me kind of know like literally anything almost could be like there's a niche for anything. Like if you like something, so there's millions of other people that like that thing too. And that's what's crazy. That's what's always like kind of shocking, you know. That's what makes brands blow up. That's what, you know, everyone starts using a certain type of, let one thing trend or switch, like everyone's doing that. Like, you know, you see different trends pop off every other month. There's a new trend or viral thing, right? You start seeing everyone doing it. It's so crazy how fast things spread. You know, like we have like that, there's like that word, it's like the new word of mouth that's always been here in human history. And we're seeing that like spread faster and faster because of social media, you know?
Wow, it's the new word of mouth.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
And it's gonna just spread like a wildfire, you know, like even crazier than a wildfire, you know. It's like, and that's how fast like you can see stuff just like even like things like take Ashton Hall's videos, how that like spread, you know, like crazy. And then everyone started doing that routine to try to like, you know, just to try to get more attention, you know.
Attention. So what would you say too? Because when you're 0 years old to 18 years old, your attention is occupied by period 1, period 2, period 3. And then when you're unleashed into the real world, here comes all the ad campaigns. Now it's not period 1, period 2. It's advertisements.
Yeah.
What would you tell those that are in school, bro, on how to not only be aware of it, but to prepare for it?
It's really hard to say, like, to prepare. I think one of the things, like, just like kind of answer it in a different way from what you're saying is, like, I think it's best to pay attention to what gets you like the tick or to like get you going. Oh, yeah. That to me is like one of the most important things. Like, whatever it is that you actually like that you feel that like actually like, and it feels different, right? It's like, and it's kind of hard, like, like whatever actually really interests you, something that you should really look into and try going that route and doing, because that's like, it's hard to break down because the way I think about it, it's like I had to find a way to really like break it down more, but I just know it's like when you feel something, you see something that you like really interested in, actually like you want to do, that's what you got to pay a lot of attention to and go all in on, because that's what's like, to me, it's going to help you have more of a fulfilling life in a little bit. Now, you're going to still have to do a lot of shit you probably don't want to do to get to that level, and it takes time, but whatever it is that really like you just feel like this interest in like try to start building towards that, working towards that while working another job or whatever that you don't even like, whatever, but just you want to get to that. You start putting like, that whole manifestation thing, it's like that's just like that's like the creative thought idea we get, but then if you start putting action towards it, then it actually starts like actually happening, because now you're like creating that as like a reality, like creating your own simulation of that, Yeah. Like everything was just an idea. The thing about like when you probably started, like you had an idea about starting a podcast, you were probably like, where am I gonna do this at? How am I gonna do this? You just start doing it, and then it starts becoming a thing, and then it's just keep going, and it just keeps compounding. You keep adding things to try to grow, testing things, being open, putting that work in, and this compound effects into this crazy dream you had, becomes a reality,
Bro, that's leadership mentality. So if I'm getting it right, it's like jujitsu. Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
They're gonna come. The ads are gonna come. But see if you can find what you like and grow from it, because it's the only time in history you could even say that we've had the opportunity to.
Oh man, yeah.
See different lifestyles, see different things, and then pick and choose from there.
We live in a time now where, like, it's like something that we have way too many options. We get to see everything. We get to learn faster. AI is so amazing, where you really everyone has a personal like assistant at a certain point, or something to help break down stuff. Any type of thing you need to learn, you can learn it right away, and get like you almost have like a real tutor on anything at this point,
For real. All right. Yo, I just had a question, and then it evaporated. But, man, now I'm thinking about all kinds of stuff, bro, because this is, you're 500 million, and that's an old number. We're probably at a billion now. When you choose, because you only work with the best. As far as clients, you only work with the best.
Yeah, well, and even now, I'm not working with. I'm not like at Gary Vee's level. That's like 30 years of experience like that. But when you're starting out, you're not gonna work with the best. You got to work with whatever you can get. You got to take yourself for free. To build up those case studies, build up your skill set. And work your way up to that. And then you're constantly still trying to get to work with the best, and you get better and better type clients as you go. As you get more notoriety, but it never starts off like that, right? Unless someone's like getting crazy hand-me-downs, or getting like crazy pulled in. That's not gonna be everyone's, not everyone's gonna really get those type of resources or access out the gate. But you putting that work in will get you there, Like, and I truly believe that anyone could do anything if they really just put their all into it. You hear Alex Hormozy talk about stuff like this. I'm a big believer on this. Like, if you just put the work in, really, like, actually put the work in, you really will make everything that you want to have happen. Like, this literally just that, just like doing. A lot of people ponder. Like, some people have some great ideas and super dope stuff, but they just never do it. They never just try. And that's like that's where they fuck up at. You know, it's like you just gotta actually just do it. You know, don't care what people are gonna say. Don't worry about like what people are gonna talk shit about. Whatever, just do it. Just do it. You know.
Yeah. I love that, bro. And I love how you were never scared.
Yeah, no, like I dare to be different, right? Like I dare people to dare to be different. Dare to try. I dare you. You know, like.
Yeah, bro. It seems like that mentality, because you haven't mentioned about like everything you've been mentioning is like trial, but that's part of the process. Keep going.
Yep.
You learn. You're part of the process. Keep learning.
Yeah.
And I don't know if what came first. Was that a byproduct from marketing, or was that a byproduct from you, bro? And then you said marketing is my shit, because then I can do that.
It's that's why a lot of people like do like sell, like there's a lot of people like do like have to do like a mindset thing with people, stuff like that, because your biggest competition or the asset or liability is you. How you think, how you like, are you gonna most people, we usually are the ones that hold ourselves back. Like you and everyone, we also have, our brains are so amazing, right? We actually know we know what we need to do. It's like we just don't do it. You know, it's like we have like our own little self-sabotage with things. It's like we literally know what things to do. Like, and it's crazy. So it's like that's why like a lot of people and their sayings and quotes, it's you versus you, stuff like that. Because it really is like. You have to do it. Like my buddy over there, Serge, with this hookah thing, like that was an idea, and he started making hookahs, and now he's like one of the best hookahs in Miami are really from him, you know. And it was an idea, so like that, and it's like, let's go do it. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm just gonna do it. Let me go try to get the first restaurant to let me set up shop there, and then it'll trickle down to like just have to go do and just do it, you know. And it's, you know, and hopefully try to weed out the people that you don't need around you that hold you back or a distraction in the wrong way, that are probably making your self-doubt even more stronger. But
what about the pain, bro? What about the pain when you decide, all right, I'm just gonna go through it. Here comes stage 2. Here comes the pain and all the doubt and everything you were scared of.
You have to really know how to like those are gonna come. Those always come. There's levels to it every time. At every level, you're gonna keep having those same issues, but you have to keep fighting. You know, you have to fight. You have to fight for everything. Like if you just, like I always tell people, like you really only fail when you quit. You know, like of course, like if something is like completely super wrong, you have to change things around, stuff like that. But you don't stop. You know, it might lead you into another industry or business that you overlooked or were not thinking of, but that first thought took you there. You know, and that's like the perfect way to kind of keep working, going towards the end goal of like the, you know, like that dream that you really have, you know.
Bro, I just want to tell you, because I don't know if you get told enough, if you tell yourself enough, the mentality that you have, bro, is fire.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
And you don't even take a second to give any of that negative stuff attention. You don't even take a second. It's always, once it comes up, boom, how are we using it as leverage? Bro, you have built a mindset that is rare, bro. It is rare out here. That's a warrior mentality, bro. And there's a lot of guys that we just been distracted. And we haven't seen what it looks like to replicate, to have a warrior mentality, to put yourself out there, to go through the flames, and to keep walking. Bro, you a perfect representation of what that looks like.
Definitely, man. Appreciate that, you know. And, you know, everyone has their battles, you know, like whether someone's like religious or not. I'm religious. I'm, you know, Christian faith, you know. I feel like definitely God's helped me get through a lot. I talk to God when it's tough. I'm like, hey, God, like, thank you for, you know, even giving me an opportunity. And I know that this is probably just a challenge I just need to get over and get me to the next thing. Now, not everyone's religious. That might not be their thing. Their mind, they still need to have that mindset in them and to talk to themselves positively in those hard times and be like, you know, it's okay. This might suck now, but let's keep going. It's going to get better. Because think about some of the worst times that you've had. You're here still. and you kind of forgot about that time that was sucked in that moment. It sucked so bad, right? But you're still, you know, it's like it's a never give up mentality. The mindset's so important because that's what's going to keep. And it's like having gratitude, also enjoying the process of things, understanding the process, still staying hungry on that. And, you know, whether some people don't like to use the word humbled or not, it's like, you know that anything can be taken away, so you appreciate it more, you know? And yeah, that's like there's a certain golden mindset, and that's not for everybody, right? There's different personality types that people have. Other things might drive them. Some people are more like materialistic driven, etc. Whatever that is, like, that's like gonna help kind of keep you up and going and taking those steps every day that you need to in the morning, you know?
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's the Van Dennis way of living, bro. That's fire.
The van life.
That's fire. The van life. Yo, bro. I knew there was good energy, man. I just seen you physically fit when I was walking. I saw you, bro. And when God just tells me click the button, I click the button, bro. I put the camera on, I go. Yeah. And I seen you. I didn't know you was on the phone, but I just saw good energy, and you were smiling. You were busy. I said, okay, bro's locked in. What about? I didn't know, but I knew you were locked in. And turns out Van Dennis is on the way to billions, bro.
Yeah, man. It's dope, man. You're also in a great place. Like there's a lot of, like, as much as people like to talk bad about. People talk bad about Miami it's a waste. It's like this is like a privilege. It's a privilege to be here, for one, to be in America, and also that you're around a bunch of motivation all the time too. Whether some people, whatever their intentions are good or not, or they're authentic or not, there's still so much motivation. There's still so much. I'm the type of person, I look at the glass half full than half empty. Like, a lot of times you probably hear people complain about stuff like there's nothing. They're complaining about nothing. They're always going to complain. You know, that's what I see when I see someone that's like that. I'm like, oh, you could have the best life or anything like that, and they're complaining. Think about the kids that have well-off parents and they complain about their parents. What about the kids that don't have any parents? Don't even have parents to even help them with anything, but they're like happy, fulfilled. They're different. They're more driven. I have like one friend that is actually super hardworking. That actually, I won't say his name and stuff like that because people know who I'm talking about. But he works his ass off. He works as if he came from a broken home, broke home, and he doesn't. And he outworks everyone else. People that I know that come from that should be working harder. And I'm like, this guy's making millions a year and he's outworking everybody. And I'm like, prime example, you know. Like but also it also just lets me know it's like, damn, like it's all perspective with some people, you know.
Man, sometimes you can't fix ungrateful. Sometimes you can't fix.
And that's a mindset I would never want to have. That's very scary. It's very like they'll never be happy with nothing, you know. Like, you know, like even if they have everything, they'll still be unhappy, and that does happen to a lot of people, and it's a very sad thing. I don't know if it's there's many reasons probably why that happens, but that's like just a place that you want people to kind of not, you want them to stay away from this, not being thankful for what they have and gratitude, because they would never be happy. Anything.
That's a sad demise, bro. I didn't even think about that. You right, complainers. Sometimes they ain't got nothing to even complain about. They just complaining
about anything. It's say guys in our situation. It could be a girl that you're dating, or like anything is an issue. So even feel like, you know, you give them everything, they're still gonna complain. You think about someone that's like that with their parents. Like their parents like gave them a roof over their head, all type of things, take care of them, so then they still complain. And it's like, but nothing actually would really work for you, because there will always be something. Even when you do get it, you'll still be complaining, you know?
Wow. Yeah. Hey, stop complaining, guys. If you're complaining, stop being a complainer. Don't complain. I don't think we have complainers listening.
Yeah, like, and of course, like, there's stuff that someone like, I could not like the hookah that was made, and I could complain about it to, you know, get better. Like, it's like normal to have, you know, stuff, but it's like, but like deeply complaining about things and not like, you know, like that's just, I don't know, that just sounds miserable.
It is. Like it is, you're right. And then on that note, the ungrateful side of things, imagine having an ungrateful attitude about that would close so many doors automatically.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So how has being grateful, how has being positive helped you throughout the entire day.
Dude, man, everything. I think that's like something that's also like a blessing from God to have that type of mentality, because, you know, just go deeper. Like, my mom passed away when I was 17 years old. That was my main parent that I grew up with, who I loved. And so imagine like that's taken from you. I could have looked at the world two different ways. I could have went a different route. Went left. Left would be victimizing myself, you know, doing all type of stuff and just being miserable in that. Or the way I look at it is like, damn, God, thank you for giving me like such a dope, blessed mom that was like instilled like work ethic in me, and like showed me like that you could get out the mud. And like, she was like the most successful person in the family that she had it worse than us, and she made it. And she had 4 kids in California. Like, people can't even 6 figures afford to live by themselves, you know? And I just seen her like get up every day and do it. I was like, if she could do it, it's like, I definitely could do it, you know? And just not take it as like a negative thing, take it as a positive. Like, you know, I looked at it like how blessed I was to have her for those 17 years, you know? And some people have their parents and they complain, and their parents like helping them out and stuff like that. Like, so it's like it's just a mindset. I'm just really thankful, and I prayed to God all the time to like thank Him for making me see it and view it that way. Because if not, it's like it's the other place is miserable. I wouldn't imagine. I couldn't be there. You know. So it's like why be there? Like why complain and victimize or just dwell negatively on things? That's just gonna constantly make you just stay like in the worst mindset. You know. So.
She blessed you, bro.
Thank you, man. No,
she
definitely
blessed you. She taking care of you too. She still taking care of you. God watching over you, bro. God got you in His hands. Yeah, and that's a good place to be.
He definitely does, man. Like, I wouldn't be here without Him. The people that He also blesses me with, I'm thankful for the people He puts in my life, the connections that He, you know, like it's when, you know, there's really like a whole science form into this whole manifestation thing stuff, and some of it's taken from religion, some of it's science. It all plays a part to me, and like makes sense in a sense where it's like, you really, like, if you are a positive thinking person, like, this is gonna come to you as well, but you're also putting in the work for it to come. And, you know, like, giving off that aura, you want to call it or whatnot, you know, like, of that's like, that energy just like, it's consumed. It's like, you know, like you have this glow about you that attracts the right people to you as well, you know, when you are moving in a certain type of way. And I feel like I've been blessed with that, you know, with having that certain type of mindset, because then it's compound effects into really good things. It opens up the doors that God opens up for you, and you pray on things to make sure you're going through the right doors. Some doors are learning lessons. They're not the best things. It doesn't seem like the best thing at the moment, but it's actually a blessing and a disguise for something else, you know. It's like constantly, you know.
Bro, you wore that was beautiful. I got lost. I got lost in the last 5 minutes. That shit hit me.
Hey, man, good, man. Because you know, it's gonna hit you, because it's like, it's real stuff, man. It's like, and everything else comes with that. Like, obviously, like there's a big money focus. Why? Because there's currency here. Things are expensive. Like, so you need to make money. You got to find a way. But it's like, it's all gonna come if you are putting that work in, and you also don't try to like keep up with the Joneses and stuff like that, you know, because you don't have to do that.
Don't be fake.
Like, you literally could be you, and you're gonna attract the better people, act more authentic relationships, you know, like, and be happy with that, you know, like, instead of a lot of people that might be having some of the most money, they're the most miserable people. It's like, why is that?
Why is that? That's a good question. Why is that?
Because up here they're not solid up there. So it's like, no matter how much money they have, making $3-5 million a month, it's miserable.
Some of them could be complainers.
Yeah, they're always, and that's like, they're never, it's like, you're never gonna.
Yeah. We're gonna find that happiness, that freedom to be happy. That's crazy, bro. That's fire. So you brought up manifestation a few times, the word manifestation, and you said it's a little bit of a math equation to figure out how to work it.
I'm not an expert manifestation person like that by any means, you know, but I just know that there's so many different keys to it. Like, I say someone that just prays, right? You have someone that prays, but then doesn't do any action. So it keeps like they're pretty much just like begging God to like, hey, do this, do that, but they're not putting actually action in it, so nothing really ever happens. To me, where I look at it, it's like there's layers to this. It's like not only praying on it, but actually putting the work in. And then it's like if you think about, if you have a kid, and you see you have 2 kids, right? One kid you actually see like putting the work in, stuff like that for what they want. And they let you know, hey, Dad, I want this, but they're putting the work in, all that stuff like that. The other kid's like, I just want this, but not putting any work in. Which kid would you rather help out, give like the extra hand to, you know? And it's almost like that in a sense, where the universe or God, you know, like I'm trying to speak to everyone on this that way, because some people are not like, you know, some people are not, you know, some people put religion on them, it could push them away, it could be annoying. Some people get it, some people won't. It's like, that's how your life is. So safe, either if you believe in God, or if you believe in yourself, and that's God, or if you believe in the two, the same, whatever that may be. This is like for everyone, right? Whoever their God is or not. You say you want this for yourself. If I want this for myself, I'm gonna put the work in for myself, so that way I could create the compound effect and open the door, open Pandora's box of what it is I need to actually do. And then that work's being done, that's what actually does align itself to actually happen in some way or shape or form. It might not happen the prettiest way, or it might happen the prettiest way, but it ends up happening because you're putting the work in, and you're mentally in tune with the roadmap that you have in your head. Like that, you create like this and like invisible like pathway for yourself by putting the work in, you know.
Whoa, that was dope. That was dope. That was deep. And what's cool is I really do believe that the viewers can grasp, can sense the depth of emotion that is being given to pass this information, because you kind of need that. It can't get lost in the video, and I really do feel like people are going to be able to feel that and understand. So manifestation, it's a multitude of things that if you take action, you can't miss that step, because then you like you said, you're just begging God.
Yeah.
So taking action is crucial.
Yeah, man.
And then from there you can move things in your life,
It's all part of like a learning. All of it's like we naturally as humans, our brain just collects data, right? Like without even trying. Like we're picking up on sounds we hear, things we see, the people around us. Like so that's why people are like in like obviously like in bad neighborhoods, like you pick up on maybe bad things because of stuff that you're just seeing naturally. Other people might pick up on other things, because good things, that's what they're seeing, you know. It's like, so that's why it's very important to like make sure you're feeding yourself like positive things, learning stuff like that, because that's when constant, it's just, if to whatever that you want to do, right? Like it's gonna help you get to XYZ goal, or XYZ type of life, whatever those things would be, you know, by playing like the mental and physical game of it. You know, it's like the Matrix, right? Like one perspective I took at the Matrix that was like a little different was I looked at the Matrix with Neo. It's like he wasn't the one, but because he thought he was the one, and they made him think that he was the one. You know, like he was like it was like all like mindset type thing. You know, like if you really believe stuff like that, you will be like that. You know, like whatever that you want to be, you have to like think it. You know. Almost on some Jedi type shit, right? Like that's kind of like how you gotta look at life. That's how I look at life, you know. Like growing up as kids, a single mom, I had an idea of who I'm who I thought I was gonna be as a kid.
You are.
Like I was literally like, I want to be like this. I wanted to look up to myself.
Oh, so you're your hero. You're your childhood hero.
Yeah, like I wanted to be that person, and I became that person. Like. And it was all from a thought, you know, like, it's crazy.
That's pretty cool. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, and you have to, like, it's a battle, you know. Some days you're not gonna feel your best, you know, like, some days suck, but also, like, you have to mindset, like, understand that, you know, like, but then this is part of my journey, you know, like, this is like 300 and you're like getting sent off into the woods as a kid, and you come back this savage, you know, like
that's literally what it feels like.
Yeah.
To become your childhood hero, that's literally what you got to do. Yeah. Come back a savage.
And our brains are powerful, man. The only person that's gonna stop you is you. So you have to make sure you don't stop yourself, you know.
Facts.
It's your only competition is you. Like, you have to battle and make those like choices to go and take it. It's like you want to build the best podcast, you literally could do it. You just have to do it. You know, like, no matter what. Because people will recognize and respect that, and like it will grow and it will grow, and as long as you keep going, it's gonna get to where you want to be. Other things that you want to do, it's gonna grow and be that. You know,
it's gonna get got.
Yeah,
it's gonna get got. That's the goal, little by little, one at a time, bro. That's far. I appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
That's far. I appreciate those words. I need. I see it though. I'm a little motivational myself. I need words like that, bro.
You need to have the right people around you and people that actually will support the right way authentically, because. Also, sometimes to me, sometimes I feel like God speaks through certain people, and maybe they might not speak, but they might do things that you're like, or it might come into your life and be some weird shape down the line ends up being something connection for you. You know, that's how Joe Rogan became one of the biggest people. Pastor David, you know, like it was like certain relationships, and just from you putting the work in, just it creates this compound effect, an ecosystem that you're just like. You know, and the relationships are so important. It ends up, you know, these relationships come and end up being such a big, pivotal, impactful moment in your life. You don't even know sometimes with someone, you know. Opens up a door that you would have never had, or this person happens to be that one connection that makes you end up getting like this big person on your podcast, or this big client, or someone like, you know, wanting to work with you, and it grows. And it's like relationships are important, like, powerful and so important. So, yeah.
Okay, so for those people, what advice would you give? Let's say, homie's positive, right? He's the most enlightened out of the group, right? Mm-hmm. But the whole group here around is just like, nah, bro, you whack. Your ideas are lame.
Yeah, I mean, I had a group like that. I handed out a bunch of knuckleheads, man. They had it was like a gang, and I'm literally how I am right now. I was like kind of always like this. I'm not like, I was like always like this type of person, very motivated. Like, you know, when I was playing football, I used to pray and cry and like go down the field and be at like 4 a.m. and I just wanted to be that ridiculous times just to be like, God, I'm putting in the work and this is like what I want to do. And I had people around me they just wanted to you know, they wanted to fuck off, you know, and just, they weren't in it like I was. So I was like, no, I really want to get to this thing, you know. You have to, those times will be lonely. That's where you have to, like, you know, find something, because you're not always, it's growing and building is lonely sometimes. There's no one around with you when you're editing at night, having to do all this stuff. It's just you. Like, there's gonna be a lot of times where it's just you. It's just you, and you have to almost be proud of yourself and be like, damn, like, it's like, it is just me, but and use that as fuel to keep going, because like I'm actually doing this. This is the movie I'm making, you know, like your own fucking movie that's customized, unique to you. That's like what keeps you going, you know. And then it happens, you know, like damn, I remember when this was just an idea, and now I'm actually doing this. Yeah.
Damn, that would hit me right.
Yeah.
I needed that, okay. That's why.
And you don't stop, because it's gonna get to exactly where you want it to go. Like, that's what's gonna help you really, like, actually, like, you're gonna be so proud of yourself from those, because like you put all the work and all the hours, take care of yourself mentally, physically, and because all that matters is what you're actually doing. Don't let anyone come and derail you, distract you, because there's gonna be a lot of that, especially here in Miami, or anywhere really. You know, it could be your family, or the friends that you thought were friends that are not on that same mindset, they don't get it. It's okay. They don't have to get it. You just have to get it, you know?
You just gotta get it.
Yeah.
Bro, that was fire the way you said that. That was fire the way you said that. Especially when you said at the end of the day, you can rest your head knowing that you did what you had to do.
Yep. That's all that matters. Like, they're really having to have like that samurai monk focus on stuff, because there's so much other distractions that derail us constantly from the real important goal, you know, like, and you have to really be strong with that, because it sucks. It is lonely a lot of times in those processes, but once you understand that, now you know, like, you know what it is now, you know? Like, it helps you, like, really, like, be like, all right, like, yeah.
So how long you been in the marketing game, bro?
Ooh, since, what? That was, like 2014, no, 2015.
2015.
And I was, like, me, like, kind of, like, just kind of getting in. I wasn't, like, running it. Like, I was, like, what is this? Like, and I'm like, trying to watch videos on YouTube about it, this and that, trying to learn. Really dove in and, like, was doing it with, like, 2017. It was, like, when I was, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Like, I'm like, this was just like, I was seeing ads, seeing like Ty Lopez videos, like seeing stuff like that, but I still wasn't like sure, like I like this, but I'm not sure what's he doing. Like, and then because I started opening up that you know, like you say, you think of a red car, you start seeing red cars all the time. Well, I'm trying to think about this, and I'm trying to start seeing this stuff all the time and like putting stuff together, and it just compounded effect to that.
Whoa. How old were you in that?
Oh, I'm 31 now, so I was, I suck at math. I was like 20, like I was like 2021.
2021. Yeah. Dang, 2021.
Yeah.
And okay. I gotta run that back. So there was something blew my mind, bro, and I had a question from it. I started thinking about 2014, 21.
Yeah, dude, yeah. No, and I remember at the time, cause I go based off albums. Like, I remember, like, Lil Uzi Vert, 2016. So it was 2016, I was, like, super all in, cause I remember I was just listening to Lil Uzi Vert. I was, like, you know, I went through depression and stuff like that for not, like, that's when I was like, I'm gonna hang up the cleats. And I was just listening to Lil Uzi Vert, man, and just was like, fuck it, I'm going all in. And it's one, you know, just like, I'm betting on myself. I don't care if anyone thinks, I'm just going all in.
All in on marketing.
All in on marketing, but also just like entrepreneurship, but like getting to this, like, I want to work for myself. That's why I was like, I want to work for myself. I want to get to that. Like, you know, like that's what I was just like, I'm going to go on and figure this out, you know? Didn't have much guidance, but I was like, I'm just going to figure it out. We'll work for other agencies, see how they're doing, do everything in that company, learn, build, getting paid as well, you know? So it's not getting paid and you're also working, and if you're like, wherever that you want to do, if you could go work there, it's best to go work there. Go work for free, though, just to get some insight. That's how you learn, you know? And like, work another job or so to get, but it's like, you have to be scrappy in certain moments, and you have to scrap, and you have to get your hands dirty, and you have to do what it is that you have to do, you know?
That's what I did. Like, that's what I've always done. The websites.
You can learn to do all that stuff yourself, you know? Mm-hmm. You know? It just, sometimes you actually learning, taking time and doing it, you know? There's a bunch of video tutorials and AI, stuff like that to help you out even more now with everything.
No excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses. If you had your 21-year-old self sitting in front of you, bro, what would you tell him now?
I'll tell him to invest in Bitcoin. I'll tell him to definitely go on. Obviously, like, structure certain business stuff differently. Even though I do love, like, I kind of like everything's like so, like, I feel like you don't want to like change anything in time, you know? It's like kind of like God written, you know? So it's like, it's not that so we're speaking like a hypothetical, like, or like a different scenario. Then I would say, like, invest in this, do that, make this move. But I feel like God has everything meant to be how it's supposed to be. So like, I don't want to change anything, but it's like there's things obviously I would be like, hey, we should, do this, start doing that, look into this earlier, like certain things like that.
But you're God. It's God's story.
Yeah.
It's God's story, not ours.
Yeah. So it's like I want to keep like that. But if I, just change, there's like certain things,
That's fire, bro. Yeah. Of course, invest in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Of course. On that topic, what's the coin now?
It's Solana, Bitcoin still. I'm not a big trader, crypto person like that, but obviously I see certain things. But yeah, I'm not like I can't give any cryptocurrency advice. Like that,
Yeah, this is not financial. None of this is financial advice.
I can't do that. But I'm very aware. I have a lot of boys that actually are involved in that, but that's just not. I'm not looking at charts every morning.
Yeah.
But I remember I first actually seen, when I first heard of Bitcoin, I thought it was fake because of that movie Dope in 2014.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like prop money for the movie, you know?
What?
So I didn't think it was like a real thing. Yeah, that's how.
That's how you first. It's on the movie Dope.
Yeah, that's how.
That's what they were paying for.
Yeah, because it was like they're using it for like like under like black market stuff and all that and drugs and everything. So I thought it was like fake. I didn't think it was like I was definitely out of touch.
No, that's dope. Shout out to the movie Dope. That's one of my. That's a good. That's a
that movie's dope.
Yeah, that movie is dope.
Dope. That was a good movie, man.
So, you choose your clients. At first, it was from just you gaining knowledge, possibly, but
yeah.
Now, since you have the choice,
the biggest clients that I don't know if I can say I had them. The biggest clients I had was because I was working for a big agency in LA. I worked for 3 different agencies in like LA and Orange County and San Diego, actually. Like, I was bouncing around different agencies. They had huge clients like Pepsi and Levi's, shit like that. So the Kardashians at the time was one of the clients for this. Like, they had like a boutique fashion clothing brand. Like, so I got a lot of knowledge, got to see a lot of things in depth behind the scenes doing that, working for an agency. So that was like where I got to learn a lot of, get a lot of game from. And to see like, oh, this is a thing, like, it opened up a whole new like world to me when I did that.
So let's say I had a business and I knew nothing about marketing and I wanted to take it to the next level. I found you, Van.
Yeah.
What's my first step? Like, what do you choose me? Do I ask you?
Really, like, say even on Instagram, like most people like that. Sometimes a lot of people like referral clients to me, or like I met that person somewhere, or they see my Instagram, they're asking they ask like, hey, like, I'm looking to run ads, and this is my budget. They do ask that question, and I see if they're a good fit. If they see they have like actually a thing actually is a good product, whether it's physical or a service, and they have a good infrastructure, etc. I have to like consult to make sure that they actually are like a good fit for me to actually work with, budget-wise, etc. But usually people, this starts off from communication, from a deep dive of like, all right, are we a good fit for each other, or can I actually help this person or not? Because sometimes some people don't like even have anything set up correctly. They're not even ready to actually even get leads and marketing because they can't fulfill it. So like there's stuff that they got to work on, and you won't know to kind of get a real deep dive and seeing how their stuff is for real, to see if they actually are a good fit. But yeah, man, it just comes on from communication, conversation. It's almost like there's like pre-qualified sales calls, right? Where it's like that person's either warm or they're cold. So some people could come in already warm, like, hey, you don't have to sell them anything. They already want to work with you. Like they know that they need marketing, they know they need ads or something like that, and creative, etc. They're not like, you're not even having to sell them. I personally like those. I don't like having to sell anybody anything. I'm not gonna force someone. Like, I shouldn't have to force anyone to want to do marketing anyway. Like that's like a given in your business, marketing and sales. Like, but some people just are that maybe someone doesn't have any clue about exactly how it is, so they want to be like guided on certain stuff. So then I'll help with that here and there, But I'm definitely not the person I'm not trying to ever sell to people that don't need it, Like, even though everyone does need marketing services, it's like some people are not ready for it, but they think they are, but they're not. Just depends,
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. And what separates marketers? Is it their own IQ? I mean, your background,
It's definitely their experience level, their skill set level, their understanding of even understanding certain niches and industries.
Wow.
Really experience,
Wow. So the more you understand the human genome, and you've had experience understanding the human genome, the more experienced you are at.
And then there's levels of it. Like some marketers are great at certain like handoffs in the business, right? Like it could be some are great at the start process of a fresh business thing, this freshly start ads. Some are better at probably scaling a little bit. So it's something that's already getting, like someone's like, hey, you're already doing 20,000, hey, you're already doing 30,000, 100,000 a month. I can help you scale. Some are probably better at that. Some are better on just certain platforms only. Meta, Facebook ad, Instagram ads focus. That's more so their skill set. They don't touch Google. Some might be really good at Google and YouTube ads and local service business ads. They don't touch Meta. Some could be diverse in both a little bit. And with that, you constantly keep growing because there's constantly new ad updates and policy changes and stuff on every platform, which you have to be aware of. And that's like those are different things that kind of help you kind of differentiate the experience of different marketers. Because some are really good on the front end stuff, or some are better on the back end stuff. There's so many different like things, or some are better or with a content strategy more so, not really a paid ad strategy. So that's why I have all the different agencies, you know. And some like to focus on certain type of niches mainly, you know, and stay out of other ones. Some like to be universal and be like all in every almost industry, because they're just like to have depth, and you know, like just all depends.
Seems like you're well-rounded.
Yeah, I definitely am, because just because I work for so many different agencies. I was in, you know, those beauty space, physical products. So it was like only like it was attorneys. It was like, you know, medical services, gyms, stuff like that. Like it's just so I worked for something different, so I gained a lot of knowledge and stuff like that on it. And I also like the ADHD in me or whatever. I like to be in everything, you know. The SaaS and e-commerce world, the digital product world, especially because of the way the world's going. A lot of AI products are going to be popping off more and more now, right? So it's a big focus point now too, you know. Yeah.
Is that the next wave?
Yeah, we're in a big, heavy AI wave right now too. Yeah, like I can't really say on camera, but there's a lot of different companies that I know I'll be working with, you know, this year that are like AI-focused companies that are, you know. And people think AI is taking jobs. Like, it's not really gonna be taking a lot of jobs. There's not an AI welder, you know. Like there's certain things like somebody needs to come and slap this up and lay the concrete and all that. I don't think we're there yet, you know. Where it's
not
just,
yet. Thank
you know,
God.
I think in Avatar they had like machines that were like creating, like they would come when they would like break down the ground. It was like all machines like doing it. It's like that. That would be a different story then, you know. But
I'm low key scared, bro.
Yeah, no, man. I think it's gonna be dope. Society's always gonna move and evolve with whatever is going on. So it's like people there'll be different jobs that are probably, you know, at the time, you know.
Whoa. Are we gonna be doing AI's dishes, bro? Are we gonna be cleaning up for AI?
We probably might have to be doing something, but it'll probably be a job, you know. Like if you think about it, if we look into kitchens now in modern 2025, so much machines and stuff back there that used to all be labor work that people have to do, you know. Like you think about it, even think about us washing our clothes, right? You used to have to really wash your clothes back in the day. Now we store it in machines, so and now that's been on forever, right? But like it's always gonna be constantly something. You know, people don't even vacuum their floors like that anymore. They use like the robot vacuums that move around. You know, it's like it's just always gonna be just evolving, which kind of makes society. We get lazier. We're gonna keep getting lazier and lazier.
Yeah.
Because of that, but. You know.
I read this one thing by Mustafa Suleyman, CEO of Microsoft AI. He's got a book called The Coming Wave. He says on there that by 2030, 50% of regular workforce, is at a medium risk of being taken over by AI.
Well,
50% of all
people, even people right now are trying to replace all sales guys, you know, with AI. You know, like that's like a thing. That's right. That's in full effect already. That's not as good as like some sales guys, but it's still pretty good. Definitely helps with the DMs, like for auto messaging and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. So there's different ways of it.
All right, bro. You are very well-rounded. You're very inspirational, bro. I wish I could chop it up with you the whole time.
I know, man. I have to catch up, but we'll run this back. We'll probably do it at the office.
Yeah,
or something.
we got to, bro. Yeah. There's so much gas, bro. I could tell that you embody motivation, love, discipline. I mean, you got a strong work ethic, but you could put that with discipline. And from what I've seen, bro, those all work together. They're not separate. They're all working together.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And you were just out there on the road, on the sidewalk, just walking, doing your thing, bro. You're a walking, moving force, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
So, I don't know. If you need any marketing, bro, if anybody needs any marketing, they gotta hit up Van Dennis, bro, because the guy, bro, you're well-rounded.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a constant learning game, always a student to game type thing. Like that's what gets you far. You know, like
what keeps you motivated now,
dude? Everything. Like I can't. It would be it's a laundry list, man. From family to what I want to be able to do to inspire the world. You know, the leader I want to be, the person I want to evolve to. I have a lot of growing I still want to do too. You know, like I know I'm on my journey for that, to keep on growing. Like I'm like, damn, like who's this guy gonna be at 45, 50, 60? You know, like I think about all that type of stuff. There's so much that motivates me. The future motivates me alone, you know? Like, of what if, what is this gonna be, you know? So, it's, you know.
I'm excited for your future,
Likewise,
bro.
man.
I'm excited. Stay tuned in and check it out.
Definitely.
Van
Appreciate
Dennis.
you, man. Thank you.
Van Dennis, everybody. God bless
and I'm
you,
out, man. You guys have a good one.